better right now.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this from the top.
Okay. So yeah,
Alright, alright,
I'll
alright.
I'm just gonna go to
Vega.
original colors.
Vega. Ultra Double. Ultra 1 is good for characters who use full screen fireballs, like perhaps, no, thank you, Cambo Fiend. Characters who use full screen fireballs, like perhaps Sagat and Dalsim, and it also gives you a punish on Dalsim's, like, Yoga Sniper, so it tends to be the better Ultra for Dalsim, Ultra 1. And it also gives you ways to hit fireballs on the way up, which is good for Guile and Poison and characters like that. But Ultra 2 can be used as a reversal and can still be used for fireball punishes unless they're particularly slow fireballs. Plus, it can be used anti-air, so it's typically the better Ultra of them. It's so much better. It's still kind of laggy.
It's
But
got like a different kind of lag
yeah,
now,
it's a new lag.
but it's better.
Definitely better.
You could combo in this.
Yeah, alright, so normals. Stand jab. It's not that good. It's crouchable. Goes not as far as you would like. I think crouch jab goes about the same range, or maybe slightly farther. His jabs are +4 and 4-frame startup, which means if you have MLG timing, which I don't have, you can get a bunch of them in a row. And they're actually insanely good space controlling if you can get the combos, but most people can't get the combos. So, like, unless you're Zeus, most people make concessions about what kind of Vega combos they usually go for. So Vega's crouch jab is actually, it's a great normal, it goes really far, but it's actually, unfortunately, one of the least useful crouch jabs in the game. Even though it's one of the best crouch jabs in the game, but it's just, Vega's other normals are all so good that you sort of forget about it. That being said, it is the only, like, repeated light normal that he can use to confirm things, and his other confirms are much shorter. So it is important to use crouch jabs in your game, and if you're really good at getting the link, then they're actually one of his best tools. Crouch short, I think, is 4-frame startup, but it's plus almost nothing. You can cancel it, so you can do, like, you know, combos from lows like that, but it's really not viable because it doesn't combo into anything. You can combo into it because crouch jab, crouch short is 1 frame combo. That's really not useful at all, to be honest. You can blink crouch short, which makes it easier than crouch jab. But it's still not really worth going for. Stand short, as close to stand short, it's kind of bad. Far stand short is insanely good. It's actually one of his best space controlling buttons. There's almost no risk associated with putting this button out. It's, I think, either a 1-frame or a 2-frame link into itself. I'm pretty sure it's 5 frames plus 5, I think. So it's a 2-frame link into low short, or low strong, and it's a 1-frame link into itself, and you can do a couple of them. So it ends up being like a really good button. You can also link it into far roundhouse, but that's kind of hard and requires a pretty close stand short. There you go. That's particularly good because you can get far roundhouse into, whoa, red focus combos. It's kind of cool if you can get them reliably, which I just missed one. Let's see here. Strong. Far strong is a good anti-air against dive kicks and moves with really shitty hurt boxes when they're coming in as an anti-air. But it doesn't anti-air like normal jumps, and it's better with the claw. Low strong is Vega's pretty much his best poke. It's like his third longest range poke, but it's the longest range cancelable one, and it has very little in the ways of hurt boxes. So it's sort of a very safe move that you can spam. Also, it's 4-frame startup, and it goes dramatically faster than his 4-frame crouch jab. Or dramatically farther, that is. So it's typically just sort of a better button than his 4-frame crouch jab, except that it doesn't have as much frame advantage. But you can still combo out of it quite easily just by doing EX flying Barcelona, so that's pretty good. Close strong, I don't know of a use for that. It is quite a notable normal. I don't know its express purpose if it even has one. It's kind of got a weird damage value. It does 77 for some reason. It's doing more now. You lost your mask. Let's see here. Pick that up. Actually, it doesn't really matter, does it? Far forward is actually, I'm pretty sure, his longest range or second longest range poke. His far roundhouse might be farther, but it tends to whiff on a lot of characters far away. But far forward actually goes farther. It's really good for whiff punishing, like Shoto low forward, and it goes farther than his low strong. So a lot of people will footsie Vega by walking back and forth in and out of his low strong range, and like trying to make the Vega whiff low strongs. But the thing about stand forward is it'll actually time out. It'll actually, from ranges where stand strong, well, whiffs, I'm trying to find the absolute max range of it. From ranges where, oh, stop. Ranges where low strong whiffs, stand forward will still connect. So it ends up being a really good button to surprise people who are trying to play footsies with Vega. Close forward is plus quite a lot. It's like +5, I think, so you can get a 2-frame link into low jab or low strong, and those are both quite useful links. And it ends up doing quite a lot of damage because his stand forward is like 70 and his low strong is 60. So it's a pretty strong link. It's not the greatest link in the world, but like after hold on, what's the low forward? It's also 70, so you could just use that one instead. But after like a cross-up, for example, a cross-up light kick, you don't have enough time to go into close fierce. It's just way too slow. So you could use close forward instead, and then time out. Try and get the link out of that. I just dropped it, but you know, that's the idea. There you go. There's a little jump-in link combo using the new cross-up. But you could just as easily go for like low forward, so you maybe would do that instead. That might push out a little further though, so you might not be able to go for that combo anymore. I'm actually not sure. Well, yeah, it doesn't. I don't think that works anymore because the low forward pushes out too much. Low forward does cancel. You can cancel it into light roll. Not super useful, but it's nice to know that that works. I'm trying to like pick up my shit. Low forward is pretty much his main confirm button. It goes really far. It's not very risky to push. It's a low, so it's just sort of a very spammable, very good button. And it's +5, which means if you pick it up, you can get a 2-frame link into low strong, and that's sort of your confirm into damage with Vega. Did I get that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got it. It's sort of his confirm button. So it's really good to just sort of stick out here and there, walk in and out, and do low forward, and that mixes up with his car throw. I'll get to that in a second. Let's see here. Stand Fierce is not a very good poke, despite how it looks. It does go pretty far, but it's very minus even on hit. I'm pretty sure it's quite minus, and it doesn't tend to win against a lot of pokes, so it's just sort of a shrug move. Crouch Fierce is even worse. It's like -7 even on hit, which is kind of annoying, and it doesn't beat anything. It does do quite a lot of damage, and I think it's 5 frames, so I think you can actually link into it from a lot of stuff. I think. I haven't hit this link in a while. I haven't gone for it in a while. No, I just hit it. Yeah, so I think it's +5. I think it's 5 frame startup, so anything that's +5 you can actually technically combo into it. But that theoretically does a lot of damage. But you've always got better options you can go for, even meterless, so it's not really worth knowing that. Close Fierce is one of his most important moves. It is the only hard button he has that cancels. It only cancels during the first hit, but it's super important to have a hard button that cancels with Vega because that's the only button that cancels into his EX, medium, and hard rolls, which are his only meterless options at damage. Not explicitly true. But Close Fierce, it's also +5, so you can link out of it with good timing. And that's a 2-frame link into low strong, for example. And from that, like the thing about it is that even if you don't have charge, Close Fierce has such long duration that you can easily get charged. I just dropped the combo. You can easily get charged just while doing it. So it ends up being a really important combo for him just to be able to reliably get big damage. If, like, for example, you're fighting a Ryu and you block an EX Shuriken from here and he crosses over you, you can still do, like, Stand Fierce into low strong into EX Flying Barcelona. And that's actually his strongest link confirm. So his damage is pretty good if you're not an idiot and you can actually hit that combo. Let me actually get a damage value on the screen. I'm trying for the blink and I'm not even getting it. Well, I might be getting the blink, but I'm not getting the combo. This isn't even going to be a reliable damage amount because you're not even wearing the mask. Put the mask on, it's just down 2 punches. There you go. So that ends up doing 359, which is pretty good for 1 bar. Definitely worth going for. Vega's damage is alright. Crouch Roundhouse, slides, very useful for whiff punishing. If you space it out like most slides, it is actually safe at max range. That would have been a safe one. You can use it to punish like Blanca balls and stuff. Maybe like walk forward slide to punish like medium EX Blanca balls. Pretty sure that works. Vega's punishing options in general are really good just purely because his damage is okay and his normals go so far that he usually has a punish available. And that's really good for him as a character. Stand Roundhouse hits twice. I'm pretty sure the close and far versions are identical. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see, 121, both of them. You can cancel the first hit to super. That's really not useful at all, but it's kind of funny that it works. I could have actually gone up towards you, and that would have comboed. Oh, this is a hard cancel. Yeah, there you go. That's completely useless. Maybe you could use it in like a swag combo or something. But more actually useful, you can red focus cancel it, which is pretty good for confirm combos into Stamina House. Is only 4-frame startup, which is insanely fast for a button that does this much damage and goes this far. So you can do like low forward, which is a 2-frame link into Stamina House, and then red focus that, which I just dropped. It'd be nice if it wasn't lagging. Yeah, there you go. So that's a neat little confirm you can use if you don't have charge that ends up landing you in Ultra. Pretty useful. Let's see here. That's normals in a nutshell. Air normals. Jump jab. Really good air to air. Jump strong. Really, really good air to air. Both those moves are just excellent at hitting specific moves. Like if you're fighting like maybe another claw player and he does like an EX Flying Barcelona, you can jump jab towards the wall. Here, try that out. I want to try it. EX Flying Barcelona towards me. Towards me, bro. Yeah, it's probably pretty good. It's probably just a hard counter. Let's see here. Jump strong is really good as a jump away normal. Tends to air to air really well. Vega's air to air in general is really good. But that one in particular is probably his best one in terms of, especially if you have the claw. If you don't have the claw, you probably have to resort to other things. And it also is useful for a very bizarre safe jump he has off of back throw. You can do hold up forward and then jump strong, and that'll hit them. It's not the greatest safe jump in the world in terms of timing. Like I'm pretty sure it's not even a 5-frame safe jump with timing. But the thing about it is it's a hitbox. It's a hurtbox safe jump. Is if they do reversals, a lot of the reversals don't hit in their first frames. So Vega doesn't really have a reversal. But a lot of reversals will just either get stuffed by that jump strong, or like Vega will land safely by the whiff. And that only works with claw. If you don't have claw, then if you hold up forward, then it won't reach. But you can actually use jump forward instead of jump strong. You can use jump forward. But that one doesn't have the same crazy lack of hurt boxes that jump strong does. So it's a little bit more picky. It works on fewer characters, but it is still basically an inescapable setup. And on some characters. And let's say I'm fighting you, and I'm like, oh, this is a Vega player. I'm gonna expect backdash, wake up backdash, this really common Vega option. You can pretty easily option select stuff inside it. Let's see here. Jump Fierce has a very, very small hurt box when you have the claw. You can actually, like, just to demonstrate how good it is, you can jump in on a Blanca doing electricity, and it'll just beat the electricity. Electricity normally has a pretty good anti-air hitbox, so it's just this move tends to beat stuff coming in. The damage is, I think, the same as his Jump Roundhouse. The Jump Roundhouse, I think, goes slightly farther. It might be the same. His jump forward, to the best of my knowledge, is pretty much useless. The jump short is a cross-up, so that's kind of cool. And just to briefly mention his other jumping options, he can jump off walls. People often forget that Vega can do that, so it's kind of good for escaping corners, but at the same time, Flying Barcelona is useful for escaping corners. Vega's very difficult to pin down, basically. So, of all the pressure he has to deal with, it is almost impossible to corner this character if you're fighting someone good, which is nice. You know, unless like it's Rufus and he's got you in the corner and he's dive kicking over or something like that. I don't know. Also, air throw is actually his best air-to-air option. It does go insanely far. It does have insanely fast startup. Its damage is very good. He unfortunately Vega jumps higher than most of the cast, which does limit his ability to land air throws slightly. But if you're going up, you can air throw quite close to the ground. That's actually too close. So you can usually air throw any hitbox as long as you time it right. Vega's jump, even though he goes so high, Vega has the shortest, not the shortest, but one of the shortest duration jumps in the game, which sort of makes him quite safe to jump around. I shouldn't say safe, you shouldn't just jump in at the opponent, but like, Vega can play kind of leapfrog more easily than some of the other characters in the game. And by leapfrog, I mean like setups like these, where it's like like a re-jump. I'd probably be doing that from closer so I could get like a cross-up. Vega can't jump that far. His jump is high but not far, unfortunately, but it is a nice jump and you should relish it. Vega's foot speed is also very good. What else? Command normals, I guess. You got the Piece of Mercury, right? It's an overhead. It's probably one of the best overheads in the game. It's fast enough that it's very difficult to react to. It hops so it goes over lows. The range is completely stupid. It's just a very good normal, and it's sort of spammable. Vega controls the ground so well without an overhead that once you like throw the overhead into the mix once, people tend to completely freak out. So it ends up being like a really good tool for opening the opponent up. And Vega is sort of a rushdown character. He's kind of like a slow, methodical rushdown character. You want to rush down to about here, or maybe like here. And that's your ideal range. You don't want to rush down like Zangief where you want to get right next to them. You want to rush down to a range where you're outside the close range, but you're not out here. Vega can't do anything out here. Let's see here. This move, it's actually -4 point blank, so if you're very on your game, you can actually punish them. I'm pretty sure it's -4 still. This is a 1-frame punish, so bear with me. Give it a couple goes. Did I get it? Oh, you landed on the other side, so who could say? Basically with this move, well, let's go back a second. His Kara throw is off of Stand Roundhouse. Okay, so if you do Stand Roundhouse and you throw it at the same time, you get a Kara throw. It's a pretty, where is it? There it is. It's a pretty good Kara throw. It's one of the better Kara throws in the game, maybe like top 3, probably. You can linger at this range, and then all of a sudden, maybe this range, all of a sudden throw the opponent, and it makes people tech throws from this range. And if people are teching throws from this range, they have to be doing stand techs or crouch techs from like this far away, both of which lose to Cosmic Heal. And Cosmic Heal, when you land it, sets up a juggle state, so you can actually combo some stuff out of it. Let's see here. If you connect it from far away, the further, like a slide, it has a lot of active frames, so the further away you connect it, the safer it is. That one would probably be like neutral. But it is kind of, it's a pretty good move to go for on anyone, because most characters don't have reliable like 3-frame punishes they can easily go for. But I wouldn't be doing this on like Zangief, for example, unless I was spacing it really well in meaty and stuff like that. Or using it as a punish more typically. I think it's fast enough that you can land it after a focus attack quite easily, but after jump-ins, I don't think it works. Unlike Guile's down forward roundhouse, which is sort of the same deal otherwise. Vegas Kara throw is second farthest in the game. Yeah, I think it's up there. Number 2 wouldn't surprise me.
No.
Whoa. What else? Oh yeah. In terms of comboing out of it, it's a lot of people, because it's a down forward motion, it forces you to lose your back charge. So a lot of people just do a baby combo of. The absolute baby combo is sweep, which I just dropped because I hit you midair and I freaked out. That does. Well, I got a little bit of bonus damage because you dropped your mask, but let's. Yeah, that does 190, which is pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. How does Vega deal with dive kicks? He doesn't. He loses. If you do another baby combo is to hold down forward, because you only need the down charge to do EX Flying Barcelona. So you just hold down forward and you do down forward roundhouse, and then you go to up forward plus kicks. And that, with the follow-up, ends up doing like 230, which is higher than 210, I guess. But it costs a bar. More realistically, oh yeah, sorry. You can have a go at it if you want. Oh, it's kicks, dog. You did punches. Nice.
Ugly and clumsy.
Damn, that's such a good thought. So a better juggle actually is you hold backward, you hold down back, and you go to forward hard kick, and you get the hard kick version of Scarlet Terror, and that requires a little bit of charge buffering because you have to break your down back charge to do the Cosmic Heal, and then you have to regain the charge. And juggle, but like I think hard Scarlet Terror has insanely fast startup. I don't know what it is. I think it's like 4 frames or something like that. It's quite fast, and even though it doesn't have invincibility, it's pretty easy to pick up the combo. You can use EX as well, but all it does is add like 20 damage or something like that. So it's really not worth the meter at all. That did a bunch of extra damage, but you lost your mask. I hate Claw. Whoa, it's an accident. That sweep does more damage than I remember. Yeah, 260. You get 20 damage for using an EX bar. It's not worth it at all. So usually you want your follow-up to be Scarlet Terror. You can go for a reset, I guess, but like I think those are usually the best follow-ups for that move. Oh yeah, but jump for me. If you catch a backdashing or a jumping opponent, just hold up. You can actually get slightly bigger combos. A kind of cute one is you can do. Well, normally you just get a little bit of extra time to combo out of them. which is nice. But a kind of cute one is you can do 2 Scarlet Terrors, which ends up looking pretty funny. And you can juggle into EX or 2 Cosmic Heals, so you can juggle into EX Scarlet Terror. That's kind of useless though, it doesn't even add damage. And then you can also combo into Ultra 2, which is actually useful, but very hard. That requires a little bit of... That requires very specific charge buffering. On some characters, you can actually just combo straight into Ultra 2, but it's like frame perfect charging, which most people can't do. And it's also easier the further away you are, but it's still insanely difficult. So realistically, here, check this out. A really easy way to do it is if you expect your opponent to do a wake up backdash, you do a meaty Scarlet Terror. No, what the hell? Cosmic Heal. And it tends to catch... I did it kind of early. It tends to catch backdashes really well and not be terribly unsafe, and it tends to hit airborne, which tends to give it extra time to combo into Ultra 2. Like that. I don't know if I got it. Yeah, I didn't. But that's a really easy way of landing the Scarlet Terror Ultra 2. And you can just react to it. You can see that you hit the backdash. Vega has a really good backdash, by the way. Vega's backdash is... people complain about Vega having no wake-up options, and having a good backdash is probably the worst good wake-up option you can have. But it is notable to say that Vega does have a really good backdash, so... you'll probably be using it a lot if you're a Vega player. His forward dash is alright too. It's good to have good backdashes, good forward dashes. Let's see here. What else? Forward throw, back throw. Nothing particular. You get the safe jump off of back throw, but that's about it. Forward throw is just I don't know if there's a setup off of it. Is there anything else about normals, can you think, that I didn't mention? Oh yeah, I actually forgot a couple air normals. The neutral jump air normals. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Neutral jump Fierce and neutral jump, particularly roundhouse, is a pretty good anti-air. So if someone's jumping in at you and you neutral jump roundhouse at the same time, it'll typically beat them. It's pretty good. Pretty reliable. You could just as easily neutral jump air throw though, so, you know. But neutral jump roundhouse is sort of more ubiquitous because it can hit someone coming in on the ground like it just did there. That's about it for normals, I think. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Let me quickly make sure I didn't miss out on like a random command normal that I just forgot about. Oh, I forgot about his backslashes. I should definitely talk about those. Completely invulnerable from frame 1 onwards are his flips. They do act as special moves, so you can actually cancel into them, and that's kind of useful sometimes. Hit me with a level 2 focus, would you? Yeah. So you can just, for example, if you see a focus attack, maybe you could be snazzy and hit it and then cancel into the backdash, the backslash, the short backslash, and that'll typically get you a punish as well, since people tend to release as soon as they take damage. So that's a pretty useful option for anti-focus, but it's not. If you predict it, you can punish it. Like if I just did, like check it out. Do a low strong to backflip on me. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry.
What?
You
Wait, low strong.
Yeah, low strong into backflip, into kicks. Yeah, do that. Yeah, if I predicted you, I'd be able to punish you. So it's not a great option, but you know, it does beat the conventional like focus tactics, which makes it pretty good. Oh, and you can maintain charge while doing this, which is occasionally quite useful. Like check this out. That was not what I wanted you to take out. Alright, go do the focus tank again. Yeah, you maintain your down charge when you're doing that, and your back charge. So you can get punishes once you're done flipping, which is pretty good. Let's see here. The punch one goes dramatically longer than the kick one. It's dramatically more useless. Basically with these, they tend to freak out a lot of new players who don't know how to fight Vega. But you can pretty much react to them and just chase Vega down and just hit him. So like if you like, if the Vega does like the backflip on wake up and you're trying to do your pressure, you can just like walk in and whack him as a punish. You can do better things than that. I probably should have slid, for example, to get the knockdown, and then, you know, Vega has to deal with wake up again, you know. Alright, let's talk about special moves, because there's backflips done. Just for the record, they're like worse backdashes, but they occasionally are very useful. Oh, I forgot one of the main uses. They are invincible from frame 1, which means they are spectacular at dodging chip outs. For example, if Ryu like knocked you over and then threw a meaty fireball on you, there's no real risk that you're going to eat anything, so you might as well backflip the fireball. If it's the end of the round and Ryu's got like EX bar and he's gonna walk up to you and like EX uppercut you, and you know he's gonna EX uppercut you, you can backflip to dodge it. But because Vega has no true reversals, he could just as easily do like a meaty like low jab into EX uppercut, and if he does the low jab and it whiffs because of the backdash, or because of the backflip, then the EX uppercut won't come out, and then he can just punish you on reaction. Or if the jab is blocked, then it'll chip out with the EX uppercut cancel. So there's like just ways to punish it automatically, but a lot of people just go for like chips, and this is a good little way to dodge chip kills. I've backflipped. It's just useful to be able to be invincible for a little while. You know, when Seth's fighting you, he can't safely just walk up to you and do SPD, or like walk up and do Shoryuken. Even if he has 2 bars, he can't safely do walk up Shoryuken, because you could just backflip on the Shoryuken and the hit won't connect, so he can't F80C it, and then you can land on make him land on a cosmic heal or something like that. So it is sort of a useful thing. Anyway, special moves. Let's see here. He's got the roll. It's sort of the it might be the most. It's a special move. It's not terrible. Comboing into it is kind of a pain. You can only really combo the lights normals. I think can combo into the light one. I don't know about all light normals, but I'm pretty sure all light normals can combo into the light one. The light one's pretty fast. It's not super rewarding to use. The medium one is almost completely useless. It's not a true block string, so they can mash out reversals during it. The hard one is a true block string, and the light one is a true block string. So if you're doing the hard one, if they block the first hit, they have to block the whole thing, and that's fortunate because these end up doing a lot of chip damage. Probably less than you'd think from all the hits they get, but they do quite a lot. So an annoying thing that you can do, because they're all safe. That's the best part about them. They're all safe, and they all leave Vega at this range, and this range is absolutely fantastic for Vega. They literally leave you at the range where Vega functions the best, like against the whole cast. It's completely outside throw range, even like Ken's car throw. You can, if they stick out a normal, it'll probably miss you. You can down forward roundhouse immediately, and it'll typically catch them. It's just a really good range to be at. And you can walk in car throw, and that'll catch them as well. So people who aren't looking to tech throws that early, and you can just do low strong and low forward, and they're really good from that range. So you know, it's just a pretty good. It leaves you in a good scenario after you land it. Notably, it's Vega's only special move that combos without using any X bar. So in situations where you don't know, Scarlet Terror as well. You'll usually be using one of those if you don't have any meter, and also the roll is really good if you have a ton of meter and you want to convert damage. The combo into hard roll, you have to use Stand Fierce, so you do combos like this, maybe, like that. And then ends up doing pretty good damage, I guess, for the cancel. And that's a really important combo because you can actually cancel the last hit of all rolls into Super or into Red Focus, and both of those are pretty useful. Super or Red Focus can help you land an Ultra off of any roll, which is pretty good. Ends up doing quite a lot of damage. That's double Ultra damage, and that still did 516. It'll do more with a specific Ultra. I'm pretty sure Vega's Ultras either do the same damage or do very close to the same damage. But in terms of super cancels, that ends up doing a ton of damage. How do I drop that? This used to not work in corners, but now it works in corners. Oh, I'm doing the cancel too early. Hold on. I haven't done this one in a while. Now super hits on the way up. This actually combos, and it ends up doing a ton of damage. 568. Pretty good, right? That was with a jumping combo, though. Realistically, you're not going to be landing that. But just like as an example of something you could easily be landing, is that, I didn't get any of it. This is that cross-up combo I went for earlier. Whoa. If I can hit it once. It's really easy to confirm the red focus in this combo. Like I don't have to be afraid of dropping the combo and then still doing red focus because the roll has so long active frames. There you go. A somewhat realistic red focus combo that Vega can do. It takes a lot of meter. You tend to measure Vega's meters individually because his EX moves are really good. Or rather, one of his EX moves is really good. That's pretty much the roll in a nutshell. I can't think of anything else about it. Comboing the light roll from low strong is quite good. Or low forward or low jab or whatever you have. Let me see here. Oh yeah, EX roll. Don't let me forget about that. Only combos the same place as the hard roll combos, which is after Stand Fierce. It's actually +5, which is pretty cool because Vega has lots of 4-frame normals that he can cancel. And I dropped it immediately. I don't go for this very often, but it's actually quite rewarding. It's like your best damage for 2 bars, which is nice. There you go. Boom, 421. I might have gotten the jab or the strong, I couldn't tell in that combo. I should have my inputs on. I tried to blink it, but I couldn't. I didn't actually look at whether it was the jab or the strong. But 421 is pretty good for 2 bars, let's be real. What's the next special move? Scarlet Terror. It has recovery. People tend to think of it like a Shoryuken, like a bad Shoryuken, but it has recovery. What the hell is this? Scarlet Terror. Scarlet Terror. Scarlet. I swear to God, as if you're offline, I'm gonna fucking flip a bitch. One bitch will be flipped. Temporary setback. Dun 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 dun. I don't remember how that part goes. What's that one from Monty Python with the intermission? There you are.
I have no idea what just happened.
Yeah, me neither, but like, Scarlet Terror, right?
Scarlet Terror. Much laggier now.
I'm confident that we will get through this Vega tutorial one way or another.
Oh, I am too.
By hook or by crook. I like this Pirate Vega a lot, by the way. Alright, I've got to get some meters back on the screen. Alright, so... Whoa, the lag. The lag is real. Cute combo. It's actually a free juggle state, so you can juggle into absolutely anything as long as you have time to juggle it. The lag is real. Steam? Please.
I don't know what changed. I think it's Steam related, yeah.
Time out. It's not me. Alright, it's looking a little bit better now. Scarlet Terror. Think about it, the range is absolutely crap. Like garbage. Like a lot of the combos into Scarlet Terror just don't work because it'll like push out of range. So you have to have normals that don't do a whole lot of pushback, and you have to go into hard Scarlet Terror because it goes the farthest. So a really good example punish is down forward, crouching forward into hard Scarlet Terror. And that's just a sort of, that's meterless punish. That's like bread and butter meterless punish. I don't remember if it works on crouching opponents. You should find out right now. Whoa. It is a down back charge to forward, which is completely unique. Yeah, so that kind of sucks. You'd probably go for roll combos most of the time purely because of that. But it is important to remember that this is sort of a meterless combo option, and it does do pretty good damage. So it's useful. I don't remember if here, crouch again. Yeah, EX is no better. Sad. Vega has a particularly low crouch, but I think that'll probably whiff on a lot of characters, so whatever. Vega becomes tied for like smallest character when he crouches, which is quite useful. Let's see here. Light Scarlet Terror recovers really fast. You can actually do follow-ups on a grounded opponent. You can do EX Scarlet Terror and that combos, and it ends up doing pretty good damage. Unfortunately, you can't do Light Scarlet Terror to EX Scarlet Terror after a Cosmic Heal, because Light Scarlet Terror just whiffs. Otherwise, it would be really cool. You gotta go for medium or hard, but probably hard because it does more damage. Anti-air, here, jump in on me. This move is pretty good anti-air, and you actually get better follow-ups. If you get an anti-air opponent, you can do medium or hard as follow-ups. Probably hard because it does more damage. So this is like Vega's only actual feasible anti-air, but it's not even really that feasible because if you were doing Jump Fierce, for example, it'd probably trade. I counter hit you. So try to not. Yeah, it doesn't have any invincibility, and it has a bad hurt box. So even though it has a pretty good hitbox, it does tend to sort of lose, but it is his best actual anti-air because it tends to counter hit because it goes so high. So sitting on the only downside is you have to sit on down back charge, which is kind of annoying. But light Scarlet Terror is pretty good, and hard Scarlet Terror is pretty good too. Well, I just straight up lost. The thing is, it loses to early air normals, and a lot of characters can do early air normals and still hit Vega coming in. So it's not the greatest anti-air in the world. In fact, it's one of the worst quote anti-airs of any in the game. Medium, I don't know its purpose. Hard does the most damage. Good for juggles, good for follow-ups, good for anti-air, light, hard combo. EX is 4 frames. I don't remember how fast hard kick version is, but EX is definitely 4 frames. And that is very fast, so you can use it as a reversal to reliably get 4-frame punishes, which is what I should have been doing earlier. Do a Cosmic Heal on me. and try block. I didn't get reversal, so you should have been able to block that. Might have missed in the first frame. Let me try hard. Hard also got reversal and missed. So maybe they buffed that, and I just forgot. Maybe it's like -3 now. I don't recall. It's supposed to be -4 point blank, I think. That was a really late connect. That was definitely safe. Well, whatever. We'll worry about that move some other time. That's pretty much it for Scarlet Terror. I don't think it has any other express purposes. Pseudo anti-air. It's fast punish theoretically if it is 4 frames, which I'm pretty sure it is, but I can't. Something's wrong. Either this move recovers faster. It's not actually 4 frames, but it's pretty fast. I'm pretty sure. So it's useful to have that. Let's see here. Next special move. I guess Sky High Claw. We'll talk about Flying Barcelona last because it's the most comprehensive. Sky High Claw is very nearly useless. It goes 3 different heights depending on which punch button you push. You shouldn't really use any of them ever. EX is the closest to being useful, but still shitty. If you do it on the wall behind you, it comes at Cosmic Heal's -3 apparently. So you can maybe sure you can punish it, but Vega doesn't have a 3-frame normal anywhere. So, one thing about this move is that you can get sneaky cross-ups with it, which is occasionally useful against opponents who are bad. You can steer it to either wall just the same way you can steer the other ones. It is actually unsafe on block. Do a hard one on me. Or EX. EX is fine. Yeah, see, I punished it, right? A lot of characters can punish it. They can't... Like, some characters have harder times doing things than others. Like, Ryu could easily super this, but I'm pretty sure, like, low forward's out of range. You might be able to, like, walk forward, low forward. I'm not sure. I'd need to test it on a character-by-character basis. And I think the EX one recovers even farther away than the other versions, so, I don't know. Punishing it's sort of a chore. But it is, all of them are unsafe versus like most of the casts, so it's not a move that you would want to spam. But it's particularly unsafe because you can crouch them and just anti-air them or hit them in recovery. So that's kind of bad. Some characters can't crouch them though, so that's something. But the EX1 does go through fireballs on its way over. It costs a bar and you have to predict the fireball, which makes it a phenomenally shitty fireball punish. But it does actually work, so if you're next to the wall, he'll grab the wall faster. And if someone's throwing fireballs from like that far away, you could like boom and go through the fireball and punish them. And I think it ends up doing like decent damage, like 150 or something like that. Let me actually see the damage value. 120, so that's not even that good. And you can surprise idiots with it by going for like the surprise sneaky cross-up ones, but like there's an option select of just walking away when Vega takes to the wall, like automatically. And like you don't have to worry about him. He'll either go off the wall upwards and then you can react, or he'll immediately fly at you and you can just punish it. So like, it's not good. It's not a good special move. It's probably one of the most broken special moves in the game, as in like dysfunctional, as in useless. Let's see. You can remove claw. I don't think there's a purpose. It does reset your claw count. So if you're like one blocked move away from losing your claw, you manually take off your claw and put it back on. Like maybe if you get a dizzy, that's a good idea. I don't know. Remove mask is situationally really useful. I've seen it used well. It's usually not. The thing about the mask, let's talk about the claw and the mask right before we get to Flying Barcelona attack. The claw, I think I said this initially, but we don't have the footage of it. The claw increases the range of his moves a lot, and that's sort of the most useful thing it does. It increases the damage of his moves a little bit, which is, nice. And it decreases... It doesn't have a hurt box, while his hands do have a hurt box, so it sort of makes... it makes his attacks have higher priority, which is nice. Whoa, that was a low strong beating. Oh, Claude low strong. It's a bit harder to counterpoke, which is really useful. And of course it's harder to counterpoke because it goes farther. So the claw is a good thing to have, but the mask is actually a situationally good or bad thing to have. The claw has only positive sides to having it, but the mask, the reason they made it like you get to choose to pick up the mask or not by hitting down in 2 punches, is that it lowers your health to take off the mask, or rather it lowers your defense because your health is constant. But you do more damage. Like right now, I put the mask back on. I'm doing, with a stamina house, 110. Now without the mask, well, put your mask back on. I'm doing 121, so I'm getting like 110% damage. Now take your mask off again. Vega, I don't remember what his health is. I think it's 1,000, but I'm pretty sure he goes down to like 900 or something like that if he takes his mask off. So yeah, now I'm doing 134. So I'm getting a lot of bonus damage.
20% or so.
Yeah, 121% according to this. So that's a pretty big deal, and it is nice to get the extra bonus damage. One time, long ago, there's a matchup between Urio, a Sea Viper player. Well, most people probably know Urio, and Makoto1248, who was a Vega player, who is a lot less well known. He was like the best Vega player in vanilla, and he in Super he was Vega was shitty in vanilla, but in Super Vega was buffed, and Makoto ended up going from being a pretty good player to a great player. But one time I saw in a matchup against Urio, Urio did an Ultra 1 Viper Ultra 1 combo and dropped the Ultra 1, so she's fucking whizzing into the air with the burst time. And in his punish, Makoto1248 did the takeoff mask, and then he did jump. Whoa, I dropped it. I think he did jump fierce actually. I'm trying to get the super late connect, maximize my charge time. He did that to Ultra. Takeoff mask, jump fierce, immediate Ultra. And that's absolute max damage that I'm aware of. Now, I guess max damage would be using a red focus combo. But that was pretty smart, and he had a lot of time to think about it, so he did, you know, the max damage option. He's probably punished Viper Ultra 1s a lot, but I was just kind of impressed with that. But taking off mask is something you can do if you want to burn the bar. It shouldn't really cost meter, but, like, you know, once you get your mask off, if you don't have a whole lot of health left, and, like, 100% damage attack or 110% damage attack will both kill you, and you still have a little bit of a mountain to climb, you should leave the mask off. Sort of helps you make comebacks a little bit. Let's see here. Flying Barcelona attack, it's normal for version, it's not super useful. Some characters have harder time dealing with it than others. Basically, you can steer it around all through the air. You can use it to just sort of cancel into to escape corners and stuff like that, but it's actually punishable. Like, it depends on the character, but do low strong into Flying Barcelona attack behind me. Non-EX. Yeah, whatever. I didn't actually get a punish there, but I think some characters can get a punish there. Whoa. Whoa. I tried to ultra that actually. Do it one more time. Let's try jump strong. I'm like predicting, I'm not even reacting. Oh well. But some character, I know that if you're fighting like a T-Hawk, I've had this happen before, and you do that just to escape the corner and you just hang away. T-Hawk can actually do reversal ultra 2 and actually hit you before you hit the wall, so it's a guaranteed punish, which is pretty cool. And that's a matchup that normally sucks for T-Hawk, so it's good that these little options exist. So it's good to escape corners. It's decently reliable in that regard, even if they predict it, it's kind of hard to stop. And it's good to sort of control space. I accidentally got a negative edge there. In terms of going in, you can have it hit on either side. It tends to air-to-air really well because it tends to get the grab very easily in air-to-air situations. It's quite hard to get the grab on a grounded opponent. You have to be precise. But if someone tries to jump in the air to anti-air it, you can typically get the grab quite easily. So leaving the ground to punish it is typically a pretty bad idea. In terms of actual, like, reliable punishes, though, one thing that every character can do is wait for him to go off the wall and then focus. And either he just hangs away, which isn't, you know, the worst thing in the world. And, no, don't just hold it. You're doing it way too early. Don't, like, react to me. There you go, like that. Yeah, if he either gets to the corner, and that's not the worst thing in the world if he just, you know, runs away with it. You don't really lose anything for that. But if he tries to go in with it, it's almost impossible to get the throw follow-up on a focusing opponent. I don't know why. The shrinking grab box, it's just very, very difficult to get a grab follow-up. It's quite easy to get the claw follow-ups on a focusing opponent, but the thing is, this move is actually quite unsafe on block if you actually manage to block it. Most people don't punish it, but just for the record, do it on me. Give it a go. I'll try and reaction block which side you go on, and I low blocked. It's an overhead. I'm dumb. Ah, difficult. Tricky move. Oh, nice. I'm like trying to react too. This move is pretty good. Have I guessed wrong all 4 times? Even if I wasn't guessing. I just do the cross.
I don't even know like which version I'm doing, dude.
That's why it's so good. Oh my goodness. I can't even block it once. I just want to get block it and do a low strong. It's not even laggy or anything.
I have a ton of trouble blocking this move.
I can't even get a low strong from that range. I'm pretty sure it's punishable, but like you might need Fei Long Rekkas to punish it. But like he won't always land that far away is the thing. But it has quite a lot of landing recovery, is what I'm trying to get at. So some characters can fuck it up. But the thing is, there's a reliable punish that I usually go for, and I hate when people do it for me, is you just focus, and you can't just release, do it again, because Vega won't necessarily land on the same side as you, like you happened to that time, and you can get a level 2 crumple if you start focusing soon enough. So yeah, that's pretty nice. But unfortunately, you know, the Vega won't always go on the same side as you. So, well, why'd you do it so high? In order to make sure that the focus doesn't just whiff, what you should do instead is focus to absorb the hit, and also, you know, make yourself basically unthrowable. And then after the focus, you dash towards the Vega, and after the dash towards the Vega, you do whatever punish you were gonna do. Come on, dude, at least land on me. Whoa, I dashed too soon. Way too soon. There you go. See, that's a punish. I didn't charge properly. But most characters, like Ryu, could do like dash in, stand fierce into uppercut or something like that. You know, every character has something. It's pretty easy to pick up a punish there, and even if it whiffs, you can pick up a punish, so it's not too bad. Anyway, I said that it's hard to get the grab because on a crouching opponent, but both hits are overhead, so it makes it a lot easier. Like, you know, you can't just avoid it with crouching. But you can focus, you can hold down and then focus, you know, last second to try and get that focus on the swipe. So one thing you can do with this move is get a knockdown and then use the 1-4 stand frame. It's a lot easier on a cornered opponent with a hard knockdown. Like you usually see it with the Vega Vortex, which is when you land one of those and then you immediately do a bunch more. Like when you're jumping to the corner, he finds the wall a lot faster. So you can sort of do a bunch of them. Kindly don't focus this. I want to just get it once. Like that. And then you can... I dropped it. But you can repeatedly get people in the 4 stand frame and grab them there. And you can sort of do a loop out of that, and it's kind of annoying. Works better on tall characters, I think. I'm not actually certain. The EX grab box is much bigger, so you can't reliably do... That was cool. Can't reliably do the focus as a reversal option for it, because the EX one is just way easier to get the grab. So with the EX one, you have to actually use good anti-airs to get out of it, which is kind of annoying because it also hits twice. You can air to air to try and beat it, but it's really risky because Vega could just it's easy for Vega to grab you if you try and jump into the air, but he has to know that you're going to try and jump into the air, because if I was attacking that early, it would hurt my ability to hit you on the ground. So I'm trying to react too. But like if you did a low profile, I would only be able to get one hit and I'd be able to quick stand it, so it'd get me out of it for 1 bar, but I'd be basically committing to taking like 60 damage or whatever. You could do like a jump early air normal, like jump back jab, jump forward jab, something like that. You could do like a reversal. Like Vega, for example, has a reliable escape in his backflip. Like he can just backflip to reliably dodge the entire mix-up. So that's useful. It's a nice little thing. And a lot of characters have stuff like that. Like characters with teleports can just dodge it reliably. But the main appeal of the EX version is actually that it hits on the way up, as I've been doing here and there. And the whiff punish potential on this move is absolutely insane. Whiff or roundhouse. Not like that. I put myself really far away for a very particular reason. I don't know if I'll be able to reaction anti. Whoa! I got the trade. That's a free juggle state. I don't know about if that's a. Basically, a lot of moves with long recovery, you can just like reaction towards. It gives him full screen presence. It's safe versus most of the cast. You can just use it to whiff punish things from super far away for really high damage. And this is like the main appeal of Vega. This is like his main tool. Notably, it combos off of a lot of his normals too. So you can use it for super far range cancel punishes. Like if you're like a T-Hawk and you hawk dived on me, you're pretty far away, the recovery of that. But I can still do like low strong EX flying Barcelona and combo, and then ends up doing pretty good damage for 1 bar. So it's a really useful thing that Vega has, and it just gives him punishes for a lot of scenarios. Like Blanca, like his dash punches are safe, or dash punches, his Blanca balls, his light and EX Blanca ball are safe versus the vast majority of the cast. But I'm pretty sure Vega can just EX off the wall and just pick up punishes. Oh damn it, that combos. You can actually check it out. Do stand jab a couple times. Just do it a bunch. You can actually if that trades. Whoa, sorry. Damn it, I'm trying to hold towards, but I'm dumb. If that actually trades, you can juggle an Ultra 2 after it, I'm pretty sure. Nah, whatever. It's not even worth going for. But just on reaction, you can, if you're already charging, you can pick up the Ultra 2 there, and it's pretty cool looking. It's not. It's this. It will trade occasionally. Usually, if you try and use it like an anti-air, but you definitely shouldn't. Like none of Vega's moves work like anti-airs. So, whatever. Let's see here. What else does EX Scarlet Terror do? Or I mean, Flying Barcelona attack. Let me look at Vega's command list really briefly. I'm trying to think. I talked about EX Rolling Crystal Flash. I talked about EX Scarlet Terror. I talked about EX. Oh yeah, Skyhair Claw. Does not armor break, but EX does armor break. And Scarlet Terror is an armor break, but it's a really shitty one because it doesn't tend to hit focusing opponents. What? Oh, words being dropped on people. His super, 3 throws, and his ultras. All right, super and ultras. Alrighty here. Give me a jab. All right, cool. The super used to be one of the worst supers in the game purely because you absolutely couldn't set it up without dizzying the opponent. Not even after a focus attack could you land it. I didn't even do a dash, and I didn't even do the super, so that was pretty sloppy. But this was like an unset-upable super, and it was balanced by the fact that it was quite hard to get out of, but it's not actually quite hard to get out of. Some characters have a pretty hard time getting out of it. If you're Zangief and you don't have an Ultra 2 stocked, it's pretty hard to find an escape, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if Zangief has a reliable escape. Maybe Green Hand, EX Green Hand at the perfect time, but like EX Green Hand's still throwable, right? Pretty sure. So, probably not, actually. So this move, it's like if you were Vega, which you are, you could just backflip and just get out of it reliably. Just kill the whole thing. Make the super useless. For what it's worth, though, the super does do quite high damage for a super. They nerfed it a little bit ever since they buffed the super in other ways. We'll talk about the way the super works now, because I'm talking about an old super. It used to do like 400 damage or like 350 or something, which is quite high. And used to be able to shenanigans into it after like a roll like thing. People would tend to commit the buttons there, and then you could like hit them. The grab box is absolutely huge, even bigger than the EX one. You can grab people from ridiculous ranges. It's super reliable, air to air, air to ground. It's a super good grab. And even if you don't get the grab for whatever reason, which you should, it's option select 4-hit super. I very rarely see the 4th hit. You have to hit the opponent really high up. There you go. That does 280, which is still pretty high for a super combo, so whatever. No, it's not that high. That's actually probably pretty low for a super combo. But ever since Ultra, this is like super cool. They made it so it hits on the way up. And ever since it hits on the way up, that's like 100 damage to hit on the way up. So it ends up doing 400, which is insane. And it combos from a ton of things. It basically combos any situation where Flying Barcelona attack combos. I just dropped that. Here, come here. Oh, I just dropped it again. Let me do this one. And I dropped it. That actually didn't even combo, so that's kind of curious. That's normally, I'm pretty sure that works. Hold still for a second. Maybe not. I wonder if it's my version of super. He'll grab the wall at 3 different places, depending on which kick button you hit. And I'm doing, I think, hard kick. So let me try it with light kick. Well, yeah, light kick seems to grab the wall lower, so that should work. Yeah, there you go. So that ends up doing like a ton of damage. 516. Or like this. There you go. So these are good super combos. Like Vega's damage with super is really high. But the thing is, he likes EX Flying Barcelona attack so much, he's going to be using 1 bar pretty much every time he gets one. So you're very rarely going to have 3 bars to devote to a red focus or 4 bars to devote to a super. So you're probably not going to be seeing these combos that much.
Did you explain what makes the claw and the mask come off?
Oh yeah, it's number of hits. It's not actually number of actions that makes the claw and mask come off. It's actually literally the number of hits, which I kind of feel like is a bug because the number of actions seemed better because some characters get dramatically more hits than others. You know what I mean? Like
Chun-Li.
Yeah, Chun-Li can make your claw come off in 1 combo, in 1 block string. And T-Hawk has to like hit you like 20 times to try and get your claw to come off. And T-Hawk really wants your claw to come off, and Chun-Li doesn't care that much, so it's kind of weird. Let me like it's like 11 hits or 12 or something like that to make the claw come off, and then it's like 20 or something to make the mask come off. The mask is always after the claw, but if you pick one up, it'll like reset that number. But then like if you didn't reset the other one, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's hit or block. I think they come off faster. If
I saw a 9 there.
yeah, all right. I think they come off faster if you're getting hit versus blocking, but I'm actually not sure. I think
Weird.
yeah, maybe if one falls off, it resets the number of the other one to some degree. But then again, sometimes I see ultras that knock off both just immediately. And you'll see like a Kuma Ultra 1, for example, if that lands, that's like 33 hits. That just knocks off the mask and the claw immediately. And what kind of sucks about that is if the early hits of an ultra knock off the mask, I think the rest of the ultra does the increased damage, so that's kind of annoying.
It's the scaling. That's pretty broken.
Yeah. I don't really like Vega's mask and claw mechanics, to be honest. I wish they changed that. Let's talk about his ultras. His super's pretty much been there, done that. Let me do that combo one more time just to show it off. Oh, I just drop the super cancel. Sloppy. There you go. Kind of a good super. 542. It's a lot of damage.
I tell sometimes because of the scaling differences because my mask keeps flying.
Yeah. That might have easily been a 5 something, low 5s. Just took a green tea break. Ultras. Ultra 1 also hits on the way up. The super freeze, the ultra freeze rather, is after the hit, which is quite notable. Whoa, the lag. Oh yeah, let's check the damage of his 2 ultras. That was 363. This one, he's a 75% ultra character. That's pretty cool. 340. So Ultra 1 is very slightly stronger. Probably more significantly stronger if you have single Ultra 1 or single Ultra 2. Ultra 1 didn't used to hit on the way up in vanilla, and you used to have to do this combo in order to combo it. Because like, it doesn't combo from anything except focus attack. So you used to have to do like far focus attack into backdash into Ultra 1, and that was like the only way to land it. But now you can do forward dash and then use the ultra to hit on the way up. And that's your main setup. But it also punishes fireballs. It's immune to fireballs from the moment you input it, which is good because like if Gao's like throwing a fireball like right here, I could like Ultra 1 and hit his fireball. It just ignores the fireball. It doesn't try to go through it or anything like that. It is unsafe on block, but a lot of people are shitty at blocking it. And there is a very specific range where it can be a cross-up, which is pretty cool. Let me see here. Ultra... It's mostly good for just the punish potential it gives. It works pretty much in the same situations where EX Flying Barcelona attacks. So you can use it even if you don't have an EX Barcelona, or you can use it, as a high damage EX Barcelona. But it's really not that good compared to Ultra 2. Because Ultra 2 will still punish fireballs by merit of being invincible. It's not great at it, but you can do it pretty easily during like Ryu low forward into fireball from like this far away. You could just like Ultra the fireball pretty easily. You could do it for fireballs from about up to like this far away and still pick up the punish. Nice. It's anti-airs pretty well. Here, jump in and jump fierce or something. I didn't have charge. I still don't have charge. It anti-airs pretty well, but it anti-airs by merit of the fact that it's a low, and thus it hits through trip guard because people hit air normals, which means here, get ready to do the anti-air ultra on me. It's charge back forward kicks. It's unique motion. Check this out. That was just straight up late. Even if I did normal, I would have been able to land in time. But if you empty jump, it's actually quite easy to safe jump, which kind of sucks about it. Really hurts the abilities, the move's ability to anti-air. You can use safe jump stuff and bait Vega. Here, I think there is a time that you can anti-air with it where you can't safe jump it by doing an empty jump. So jump in on me with like an empty jump. I'll try and do it really high. Oh yeah, jump from this far away. A lot of jumps that would be cross-ups, sorry, drop my ultra motion. A lot of jumps that would be cross-ups frequently stop being cross-ups when Ultra 2 happens. Like, it gets really tall. So jumps that would go over suddenly don't go over. And that tends to surprise a lot of people who then block in the wrong direction or something like that. But even if it actually goes under the opponent, like just straight up jump over me. Shit. Time out, I need charge. There you go. That might actually hit you. No, even if it goes under, it's unpunishable against most of the cast almost all the time. So it's pretty good to get out of pressure. Like you're fighting a Rufus and he's jump dive kick. Like, worst case scenario he blocks it, but like common scenario it hits a dive kick, and common scenario he jumps and it goes under him, and all of a sudden you're not being pressured anymore and you get to play the zoning game with Rufus again, and that's a victory in and of itself. So it's a pretty good anti-pressure move. It's a pretty fast startup, I think like 7 frames or something. and it's invincible enough to go through fireballs. It's invincible enough to go through attacks. It does go quite far. It stops being invincible after those 7 frames, though. So if you travel to if you're like this far away, by the time you're like, damn it, I'm trying to explain ranges. If you're like this far away, by the time you're like this far away, your invincibility will have worn off. So that kind of sucks. And it does hit like a low, which means you have to low block it. But also moves that are immune to lows will just like not get hit by it, like Honda Super. Like I've ultra 2'd Honda Super trying to punish it, and he just like never got hit. It was really bizarre. Most moves that are low invincible will recover into it though, because it has such a long active period. So that's not really usually an issue, and you'll usually be doing it for punishes anyway. So it's even less of an issue. What else about it? Anti-air, anti-pressure, escape, anti-fireball. That's pretty much it. Both of his ultras are pretty hard to land. You can land them off of a red focus combo. You can land them off of any focus attack. You can land them off the punishes that they get. They're both pretty good punishing ultras. But Vega's not really a character who lands his ultras that often. So I guess let's just talk about combos and basics, character basics. For your anti-airs, you kind of don't want to be anti-airing, because Vega's anti-air sucks. Claw Crouch Fierce has a Terabad hurtbox and is kind of slow. But one thing about it is that it has 4 active frames. It used to have 2, okay? And during the 5 frame startup, and then it's 5 frame, technically 4 frames because the way the game counts frames. 4 frames of startup, and then the 5th frame is active, and the 6th frame is active. And those have really bad hitboxes, okay? But the 6th and 7th frame of the move, the new active frames that they gave it, those frames don't have the giant hitbox that they gave this move. So like they didn't program the giant hurtbox. They didn't program the hurtbox to be huge for the second half of the active frames, and so it just matches his body. And because it matches his body, if you do an early jump crouch fierce, it'll actually anti-air decently reliably. I can't seem to get it very often. Every time I get anti-airs, it's usually because I got counter hits. But Vegas jump fierce is quite hard to beat, so the fact that I'm trading with it is pretty impressive. But you have to do it super early, and characters with long limb jump-ins and short limb jump-ins can just fuck up that entire thing, so it's not super useful. Your best anti-airing options are jumps, because Vega's air-to-air is actually really good. So you want to be neutral jumping a lot and trying to like scout for those jump-ins, and then you want to be doing like jump roundhouse, or I'm actually losing a lot here. Jump air throw is a really good one. You're doing really early air normals. I'd be beating these on the ground just by doing like hanging back. But those are pretty good to anti-air. And if you had down back charge, you could do that, Scarlet Terrors, or you could do Ultra 2. And those are both really good options that you should be doing all the time. So that's important for Claw. Jump back strong, jump back fierce. Maybe not so much jump back fierce. Jump back strong, jump back jab, jump back forward. I think jump back roundhouse, jump air throw, or jump back air throw. All of those are really good air-to-air options. You have them all the time. Quite reliable. I do that one a lot. Yeah, you can't just do that. You can't just jump roundhouse that early. It's the thing. People tend to like jump in expecting to hit you on the ground, so if you jump into the air, you typically get the surprise counter hits and stuff. But in general, Vega's anti-air is bad. So usually you'll just be blocking jump-ins or like backdashing or focus backdash. One option that he has for anti-air that's really good is low forward, and it just low profiles, so you can like surprise people. I did it too late. Vegas jump fierce is hard to beat. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm not even having that much success with it. I see people use it well, but I can't seem to use it that well right now.
I mean, it works against like a lot of stuff against DJ.
Yeah, DJ is
Especially,
a really
like,
good anti-air.
cross-ups.
Yeah. It's good against cross-ups. It's good against DJ's little knee shot. It's good against a lot of characters for a lot of their air normals, but Vega's air normals, jump-in normals are actually really good. But low profile, it's one of the better low profiles in the game because it comes out and comes in so quickly, especially for a medium normal. So that's a really good move that he uses a lot.
Yeah, it also moves his hurtbox so far forward.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting move. Let's see here. So that's air to airs in a nutshell. Don't forget about this. Don't forget about this. Don't forget about Ultra 2. Don't forget about like jump strong, whatever, jump air throw. What else? That's air to air. Combos, I guess. Important combos for Claw. You block a short, you can probably do Stand Fierce into low strong into EX Flying Barcelona if you have the meter. And if you don't have the meter, you'll probably go for a Scarlet Terror into hard. Damn it, Cosmic Heal, hard Scarlet Terror. And those are both combos you should practice and get all the time. Nice. If you're looking for confirm combos, like theoretically you've got the jab combos, and from the jab combos you can do, it looks like that if you do it right. From the jab combos you can theoretically do EX Flying Barcelona.
Is that 3 1-frame links in a combo?
2 1-frame links. You can substitute the last one for a blinkable 1-frame link if you use low strong. So that's better than an unblinkable 1-frame link, right? Damn it, I got a bunch. I tried to blink, but I dropped it. What happened there? Oh, there we go. Bunch of jabs. These are all quite close together, so for most 1-frame links, compared to most 1-frame links, they're actually quite easy. Because the rhythm, you can easily establish a rhythm for yourself because they're so close. Like if you're doing Fei Long, Chicken Wing into Close Fierce, even though it's a blinkable 1-frame link, it's kind of a harder 1-frame link because the distance between the Chicken Wing input and the Stand Fierce input is so far apart. But with this one, you can kind of do a rhythm to get it more reliably. That being said, I don't do these very often, so like I'm kind of sloppy at it. But they feel easier than normal 1-frame links. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, it's like landing a Hugo Stand Fierce off the wall bounce. It's like, it's hard to do because the normal like mechanisms by which you combo.
Yeah. Yeah. Stand strong, by the way. But yeah, that 1-frame link.
Yeah.
I know it's easy to call that move Stand Fierce because it does 120 damage.
Oh.
God damn it, Hugo. Anyway, confirm combos besides the jabs, which are kind of hard. Stand Fierce is safe, so you might as well just throw it out. It's kind of slow though, but you can kind of frame trap with it, and if it trades, it's pretty good. You can do it after any jump in or anything like that. Close forward, low jab, low strong, for example, is a combo that works. That gives you charge. It has a 1-frame link and a 2-frame link, so good luck. Low forward, low strong is pretty much his main confirm combo. Goes really far. You can just kind of stick it out. It's safe. If you ever see it confirming, you can just immediately go into EX Flying Barcelona attack. So that ends up being like a really good confirm combo for him. Vega's not really super combo heavy though. He's mostly about finding out what normals you have that beat specific things that your opponent does and then just doing them a lot. So Vega's, with the jab combos and stuff, Vega's theoretically quite executionally heavy. But realistically, most of the time you're just going to be walking back and forth doing car throws, doing fake car throws into down towards roundhouse. And like doing the overhead and doing like low strong pokes, low jab pokes, low forward pokes, maybe like stand forward, stuff like that, and just in general making your opponent's life hell just by being far away and annoying with your buttons, and maybe like a roll here and there to get chip. It's Vega's an annoyer character. He's rush down. He's rush down, but no mix up. Not a huge mix up anyway. He's got a really good mix up with Scarlet Terror and car throw, and throw an overhead and low forward, and you get a really good mix-up. But he sort of just works off of his very effective normals. Oh yeah, I never mentioned this, but this is super important. Jump back fierce is an instant overhead. It's pretty good. It's very few overheads in this game. Instant overheads can be done off back jumps. Usually they can only be done off forward jumps or neutral jumps, and those are actually unsafe on hit. But this is not very unsafe. It is unsafe on a hit, but not very. Like, do it on me. Well, that was definitely unsafe on hit. Do a jump backwards. Oh yeah, it's easier with claw. I think it still works with claw on other characters. Yeah, it's not a very big punish. I don't think it hits all crouching characters. I think Vega's sufficiently small that it won't hit him crouching. But like, I think it'll hit crouching Geef pretty easily. And this is just sort of a really easy thing to go for on like Geef or Sagat or something like that. It's sort of riskless. Like maybe they can get a punish on you, but
Good way to close out rounds if you're just.
yeah, it's a great way to close out rounds. It's a great way to guarantee dizzies. It's pretty much a true mix-up with like low strong, or low forward. Like just one of them is gonna work, and you don't know which. You know what I mean? And you can do that. It's one of the good times to do it. It's just here down back. Like after I blocked Scarlet Terror, a lot of people will take a throw there. Since if you don't take a throw there, you know you could easily get thrown. So like, let's say you block that and then you take a throw. Boom. Surprise. Stuff like that. You can get like really sneaky hits pretty much anytime you're close to the opponent. Or like this. Like that. I have that work all the time. Especially on grapplers.
Hit by that
Even if they like block the first one, especially if they block the first one, the second one is almost like guaranteed to hit them. Only 1 AM here, lag. And also thank you, Hi Sai. I'm very I'm blushing. What else about Vega? I'm already out of information. It's mostly just about finding the right poke and doing the right poke a lot. Some characters have a lot of trouble dealing with specific buttons, so you just do those buttons a lot. Oh, a couple more confirms just for the record. I showed stand forward, low strong off. That's that's a new one. It's kind of cool. You can combo into light roll. You can combo into flying Barcelona. No, you can't combo into flying Barcelona because you don't have low charge. But it's just sort of good. Just sort of a good little confirm. Low forward, low strong. I already mentioned that confirm. Let me think. I don't know, dude. Vega's not a super combo heavy character. He's just a footsie heavy character. You just use your good movement. You use your good car throw. You use your walk in, walk out.
The good and the bad matchups look like? Like, what are the characteristics of a bad matchup?
Vega's usually okay against. Vega wins in footsies against, like, the whole cast, basically. Like, the only character that can play footsies against Vega and actually win. The only characters who can play footsies against Vega and win are, like, Chun-Li and Dhalsim. But Vega still beats Dhalsim because he can do, like, flying Barcelonas to annoy Dhalsim, and he can use car throw really effectively. Like, his pressure gives Dhalsim a really hard time. Yeah, I went over crouch medium kick, crouch medium punch. I've talked about that combo like twice. Vega still beats Dhalsim with his annoying jump air normals and his fucking general pressure, his hop kicks and stuff like that. His car throw. Chun-Li is a bad matchup because Chun-Li actually beats Vega in footsies even with his claw. And Vega's options against fireballs, like Vega needs down back charge plus ultra to reliably punish a fireball. You know, both his ultras require down back charge, and that's kind of annoying. And his only other fireball options are focus absorb the fireball, which doesn't actually give you a punish. But, you know, it's a good option. News jump the fireball, which doesn't give you a punish. Jump forward, which does give you a punish, but it's risky. Because, like, you know, if they don't throw a fireball, you've got to guess. And if they don't throw a fireball, they can uppercut you. And his only actual character-specific fireball options are EX roll, which goes through fireballs. I'm glad I didn't forget to say that. I should have said that way earlier. EX roll goes through fireballs for, like, the entire animation. But that requires, in order to actually punish a fireball with it, you need to predict. But it's safe on blocks, so that's not terrible. But you do need to predict. And his only other fireball option, anti-fireball, is that. And that also requires prediction plus an EX bar. So his only punishes for fireballs are ultras, which you need down back charge and an ultra to do, or EX moves that require prediction, which is terrible. So characters who can throw a lot of fireballs are typically okay. Like, well, I feel like it's 5-5 against Ryu, for example, but like Poison is probably really annoying for him to fight. How would Chun deal with flying Barcelona? Just with a focus attack, probably. Chun-Li's focus dash is super fast. With EX flying Barcelona, that's a little bit more tricky. Maybe jump air throw, maybe crouch strong for the low profile, maybe jump towards wall fierce. Maybe her good backdash. Like focus until the Vega's pretty close and then react to which side he's on backdash. That would probably be... Like, he'd probably fail to punish it with his flying Barcelona. Chun-Li's got options. And I'm pretty sure EX spinning bird kick will probably beat it, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure. But Chun-Li's footsies with, like... she's got a really slow fireball, which is really annoying for Vega to fight. She's got normals that actually beat his normals, and her Hazanchu is hell for Vega. Because he can't really hit it coming in very easily. He can stand roundhouse it, but it's very specific. And it's a guess that's not really in Vega's favor. And just in general, Chun-Li's kind of a bad matchup. Vega can zone most of the cast. I'm a Vega main from a long time ago, and I tend to think the character is actually pretty good. I tend to think he's, like, maybe top 15. I tend to think he's one of the stronger characters in the game. A lot of people don't think that. A lot of people don't think Vega... A lot of people put Vega as, like, lower mid-tier, but I think he's actually, like, a high-tier character. But I think footsie characters tend to do the best in this game. And the thing is, Vega has bad counter picks. and those counter picks are like one, fireball characters, especially like a slow fireball, but two, and more importantly, pressure. Is Vega has no reversals outside his Ultra 2. All of his reversals are inoffensive and reactable. It's like you've got your backdash, you've got your backflip, you got your EX backflip. Scarlet Terror is invincible, not even EX.
So like Evil Ryu would be pretty hard to deal with.
Evil Ryu is a bad matchup, but not super bad. Rufus is a terrible matchup. Yun is a completely terrible matchup. Matchups where characters, Jury is not very good at all. Matchups where characters can pressure effectively or fill a screen with fireballs are typically bad. Characters where he has to play footsies are usually incredible. Like against Cody, I feel like Vega wins, for example. Cody likes to play footsies, and Vega's better at it than Cody is. Look at that, 2 hits knocked off both your shit. Maybe Dudley. I don't know. Dudley's pressure is pretty good, and it's kind of annoying for Vega to deal with. But his backdash is good, and Dudley doesn't like backdashes that much. He has to do predictive forward fierces and stuff like that. So, like, any character where footsies are the primary concern that isn't Chun-Li, Vega typically does incredible. And matchups where he has to keep an opponent out who struggles to get in, he tends to do incredible. Like, a character who's... Yeah, Geef is pretty good for Vega. T-Hawk is great for Vega. Hugo is great for Vega. I don't know about great, but Hugo's good for Vega, in my opinion. But T-Hawk's probably the worst of the three. T-Hawk has a really hard time approaching Vega. And Vega has punishes for all his stuff. Vega does pick up a lot of punishes on characters who have mostly unpunished. Like, if you're fighting Fei Long, you can low strong any light Rekka, which is pretty good. It's a little risky, because like Vega, he can do a second Rekka and try and counter hit you. But that's really skewed in your favor, because you could just keep blocking, you get a bigger punish. So either he can get like 100 damage from second and third Rekka, or I don't even think it's 100 damage, or you can get 200 with either of your punish combos. So he can get like punishes on characters who are normally pretty safe. That can make the character, like if the character isn't designed like Honda, for example. Honda headbutts are safe versus most of the cast, right? You can just stand forward, and that punishes Honda headbutts. That like punishes all of them. EX, you can actually even get bigger punishes. So it's like Vega takes this matchup where Honda is really reliant on something, and he just like shuts it down by having a really good punish. Or Blanca. Like Blanca has, it's probably a 5-5 overall, maybe slightly in Vega's favor. But like Blanca has really good pressure to do annoying things, but Vega can punish a lot of his stuff on hit or block, which is just really bad for him. Like up balls, you can never do an up ball safely against Vega. You can never do like a non-hard Blanca ball safely against Vega, just purely because he picks up punishes even when they hit. Slides he can punish from like really far away, stuff like that. And just in general, his claw normals tend to have a lot of priority versus other normals, so they tend to do really well against characters who need to use their normals effectively. That's pretty much it in terms of matchups, I guess. I don't know. There's like a lot of matchups in the game, but those are the ones that really jump out at me. Any overtly pressure character, like Yun, definitely Yun, maybe Yang, definitely Rufus. Any character who can play decent pressure with dive kicks, definitely Cammy. It's bad for Vega. Any character that has an overly good fireball game. And I don't just mean they can spam fireballs, because they can't, because he can just predict that and get an ultra off of focusing fireballs, or a jump in. But like oh yeah, DJ actually is a character where like Vega picks up a bunch of punishes that are really annoying for DJ to deal with. I think Light Sobot's -3 now, right? So Vega actually doesn't have a punish for that anymore. But it used to be -4, -5, or something like that, and Vega could low strong it.
Like -6.
Yeah, so Vega could get the punish reliably. And that matchup was really annoying for DJ. But now it's a little bit better. Now he can actually play the matchup.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, but yeah,
then
Vega can still punish like all three of his other special moves, and all three of the other versions of his other special moves.
Can you punish Fireball and block?
No, I don't think so. I don't know actually. That's a big thing actually, because like Ryu, if I'm like this far away, okay, and Ryu does low forward Fireball, and just do like low forward, low jab, just to fucking simulate like this far away. I don't know. Yeah, let's say Ryu gets pushed out about that far away. I'll do it on you. Vega can actually still, like from that far away where Ryu ends up, like here, maybe like here, can still get low strong. It still like actually tags him. and that
Because
is a 4
frame.
frame low strong, and it's actually a punish on the fireball on block, because fireball from
Mm.
Ryu is like, I don't know, -4, -5, -6, somewhere in that
It's
range.
the same. It's in there for DJ too.
Yeah.
It's
So,
basically-
if you're point blank and someone throws a fireball on you, like that goes actually far enough that you can pick up the punish on mid-screen fireballs. And most characters can only get that punish if they're cornered, so it's pretty good. That enables him. He gets ridiculous punishes. That's basically Vega's like greatest strength. Is he gets punishes in situations where no other character gets punishes. And if you want to be a good Vega player, you have to know those scenarios and pick up those punishes. So you need to know a lot of frame data. You need to know where your low strong will suddenly get a hit, where it doesn't get a hit anywhere else. And of course, you know, it helps to know when you can get bigger punishes, when you can go for your 6 frame low short or low forward instead of your 4 frame low strong. I'm running out of things to talk about. Have I missed anything?
No, I think you're good, man.
I think it's a nice composite Vega tutorial. All right,
I
cool.
think so too.